Now, page 4, why win or lose on border security, President Trump deserves gratitude. What is the most sacred duty of our federal elected officials? Is it Medicare for all? Is it free college? Is it the Green New Deal? How about Social Security or food stamps or dictating school lunches? It's none of the above. Yet most of our spending of our tax dollars in Washington, D.C. goes to programs that exist only because some lawmaker thought it would be just great if the federal government stuck its mittens into matters that go well beyond the scope of what is dictated by the United States Constitution. The number one job of the federal government is to keep this republic, the people in it, safe, national security. Yet here's the United States Senate joining with the majority of the House of Representatives to reject national security along our southern border. The 116th Congress is refusing to execute its most fundamental job. It is a critical breakdown of the most basic function of government. There is a crisis at the border. There always has been. Only today it's getting worse by the day. And the only reason anyone in Washington, D.C. is paying attention to it is because of the 45th president. At the very least, President Trump deserves a giant thank you for being the border president, for making border security a priority, which it should have been designated decades ago. So, Mr. President, thank you. And to Chuck Schumer and company, you are a disgrace.
We also have no idea which military construction projects might be on the chopping block.
Stop the tape. So here's a guy, one of the people who came up with the sequester to harm funding of the United States military, Department of Defense. Here's a guy now, he's suddenly worried about our troops. He's suddenly worried about funding the United States military. Let me ask you a question, Senator. What is more important than using the United States military and using funding for the United States military to secure a border that is being invaded and is being attacked on a daily basis? What is a better use of our taxpayer dollars? The monies have been appropriated by you in Congress to the Department of Defense. And under existing statute, the President of the United States has the authority to use those monies to secure the southern border. He can do so through the National Securities Act, and there are various other statutes out there where the President can use money appropriated by the United States Congress to secure our southern border. What is more important than national security? To a Chuck Schumer, probably the Green New Deal, probably Medicare for all, probably any kind of social program that takes money from me and gives it to somebody else. That's what Chuck Schumer is all about. Roll tape.
Republican senators who vote against this declaration do so at their own peril.
Stop the tape. Okay, so on the other hand, the Republican senators who voted for the resolution, which would include Mitt Romney, by the way, are voting for open borders. Let's see now, where have we heard that in the past? Mitt Romney, open borders. These 12 senators who voted with the Democrats on this resolution to block the emergency order all voted for open borders. And I just wonder why a Rand Paul would want to go down in history like that. Why a Mike Lee, who reveres the United States Constitution and protects the United States Constitution, stands right next to Ted Cruz in doing so. The two of them, Rand Paul and Mike Lee, protecting the United States Constitution, are choosing to stand by this snake and vote right along with this snake, going down in history, voting with the snake from New York. How do you like them apples? Rand Paul, Mike Lee, Mitt Romney, not surprising. Murkowski, not surprising. Susan Collins, not surprising. The wishy-washy rhinos who voted along this dirty dozen, not terribly surprising. But Mike Lee and Rand Paul, this is a huge mistake of historical proportions. Roll tape.
They may be voting to deprive necessary funds for military installations in their states.
Stop tape. Stop tape. You know what? I bet to a man and a woman in the United States military right now, they are cheering this president.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.